Here we are at the Sonoma Raceway in Southern California for the running of the Toyota Save Mart 350. And on the pole for today's race is Riley Spurgeon in the 47, who is outside the 17, Julius Anderson. Then third, you have Alexander Rowe. Fourth is Isaac Nichols. Running out the top five, you got Francis Dustin. Then sixth, you have Wyatt Walker. Seventh is Alan Lewis. Eighth is Jonathan Buford. Ninth is Levi Jones. Running out the top 10, you got Jake Jefferson in the one car. The rest of the field goes Kevin Bannon, and they got Luke Rainey in the two, along with Keegan Thompson and William Seaman, Eli Brighton, Andrew Miller, Michael Canto and Joe Jefferson, Javier Hernandez and DJ Reed, Brandon Tharp and Justin Heath, Josh Semito and Tim Gary, Brady Wormnest and Michael Gregory, Trey Rainey in second in points. Coluigi, he had the points lead for most of the season, lost it just last race. They got Cynthia Bright and Derek Bouchard, Marcus Sachi and Max Anderson, Jason Semito Jr. and Evan Hunter, Carter Friesen and Patrick Smith, Case Wheeler and TJ Henley, who's locked in to the chase because of his All-Star win. And then they got Alex Stewart and Tim Ranoff. Right off the field, they got Jeff Bright, who won the last race. He took the points from Coluigi, but starting at the back of the field at a road course is going to be a disaster for him. And then they got John West in the 87 running up the field. So we now go down trackside to hear the command. Field 42 cars rolls off here to go Dubals. A car did not get going. Two cars didn't get going. Or no, just one car. It was Javier Hernandez in the 78 who did not get going. Let's hope the field can get caught up in time, or else we might just have half the field start with half the field just start and then half the other field. So yeah, here we go. Pace cars in 17 laps around Sonoma for the Toyota Save Mart 350. Who can win here? This road course right before the chase as they come down the front straightaway. Green flag is waving. We're racing here at Sonoma Raceway. Good start there by Riley Spread to get clear. That's what you have to do getting up this hill into 1A and 1B. And this could be a place where you see a lot of crashes. But the most of the crashes that you will see, if we see crashes, would be in the S's as they're balanced side by side still. Alexander Rowe trying to get by Julius Anderson. Anderson's going to keep that second spot. Now he's going to try and get to Riley Spread as they come down the hill into turn 4. A passing zone, then into another passing zone immediately. Turn 7. Another passing zone right here. And then you get to the S's where you're going to want to run single file through here. If you don't, most likely going to be a wreck, as we see back here. No really side-by-side battles inside the top 10. Here comes Nichols and Wyatt Walker. Looks like Nichols is going to back out of that, give Walker the space he needs. See, most people going, oh, Eli Bright and Andrew Miller off track. Bright into the wall. He didn't wreck, so we're not going to have a caution. At least I don't believe we will have a caution. No caution. We're still racing, but Bright and Miller lose some positions right there. DJ Reed off track. He's able to hold it. Miller's coming down pit road with some possible damage. Possibly wants to get some tires on that thing. Is Eli Bright going to do the same? No, Bright actually stays out. Interesting there. So Riley Spurgeon led lap number 1. He has Julius Anderson behind him, and the field kind of spread out behind him. That's what it is with road courses, very spread out. And if there's pit stops, it might come down to some pit strategy to determine who wins this race. The front 5 go over the hill there. Riley Spurgeon still out front. He's had a disastrous season after making the chase last season, so he had some high hopes going to this 47 team. Lost his ride at Penske, has some high hopes going to JTT Doherty team, thinking that he could carry that momentum and kind of raise this team's morale up just a little bit. Hasn't been able to do that. He's come close to victories in the past few races, looking for his first win of the season, and it'll come at the road course here in Southern California if he could get it done here today. Saw some more cars off track. I don't believe there's a yellow, but cars are definitely getting off here. Second in points, Coluigi's up to 23rd right now, after starting a little bit farther back. I believe it was around 29th, somewhere around there, maybe 30s. He's moved his way up to 23rd. The caution is now out, so possibly a wreck somewhere. I believe it might have been Jeff Bright. He's slowing off track. Race back, Riley Spurgeon leads them back as your points leader. Jeff Bright. Possible spin in the S's. Let's see what happened. So many times going too wide here through this section of the track isn't going to work. And right here it happens. Jeff Bright up over the curb into Tim Ranoff. Ram doesn't really give him any room. They spin off track Randolph hits the wall hard. He gets the worst of it. Jeff Bright does get some rear end damage from the wall and the 93. However, he should be able to continue on. Actually, let's go on board the 5 car. Your points leader is an onboard camera started 41st, and that's going to derail him just a little bit from this race. And that's the one thing with road course. You can make one small mistake in qualifying, and it could cost you your whole race practically. So Riley Spiritude led the field back to the stripe. They might stay out. If they pit, will come back. If not, we will take you back to the green flag. Entering turn 10 for the restart here in lap number 5. Tim Randolph, of course, out because of that accident. No cars a lap down. Remember, the 31 had to make an unscheduled pit stop for going off track. The 78, of course, didn't start the race. They're both still on the lead lap, however. So up front, you have the 47 Riley Spiritude. At second, you have Julius Anderson. Third is Alexander Rowe. Fourth, Francis Dustin. Fifth, Wyatt Walker. Then Alan Lewis in sixth. Seventh, Isaac Nichols. Jonathan Beefer in eighth. Ninth, Levi Jones. Running out the top 10, you got Jay Jefferson. A car has moved out of line. It looks like Max Anderson in the A3, so problems once again for another BK Racing car. Tim Randolph just wrecked out. Now Max Anderson out of line, possibly coming to pit road with an issue. So the field off of turn 11. Hopefully they can get organized before we get to the restart zone. Of course, the back half of the field probably not going to be organized because they're single file. So here they come into the restart zone. Riley Spiritude with the race lead. He started on pole. He's led all 4 laps as he gets to the stripe. Green flag back in the air. We're back racing here at Sonoma. And this could be the time to make up positions. If you can make a move, you have to do it on this restart. See, Luke Rainey is making a move on Jonathan Beeford there. That's for the Rainey with a big move. Restart 11th. He's going for 8th. He possibly got a great restart right there. He might have been laying back just a little bit. Got a great restart. He's going to get at least 2 cars, maybe even 3 if he can get by Jonathan Beaver. He has a good run down the hill. Wow. Strong there for Luke Rainey on that restart. Trying to break his way into the top 10. Trying to break his way into the top 20 in points, more importantly. So he has a win at Bristol. It would be great for him if he could use it for the wildcard spot. Battle right here for, I believe that's the 5th position. Wyatt Walker not trying to give it up. Oh, Bray Ornes has spun around going into turn number 7. I don't know if that's going to be a caution. This might be a caution. Walker now moves off track. Ballin inside the top 10. And they are wrecked in the S's. Anyone else do the same thing? Looks like everyone's still single file out. That's definitely going to be a caution as they race back here into turn 11. So we just restarted the race, and this is what Sonoma's like. Cautions breed cautions here at these road courses. As back to the stripe, it's going to be Riley Spiritude in the 47 in front. So he started on pole. He's led every lap. He leads us back to the stripe. As first, let's see what happened to Bray Ernest, who spun entering, I believe that was turn 7. And then we'll also see what happened battling inside the top 10. Here they are entering turn number 7. You can see the green 10 car right there. Brady Ernest. He's going to get on the brakes because they're kind of jamming up right there. And Trey Rainey driving in on the outside thinks he has enough room. He just misjudges and gets the 10, gets the 43. Marcus Sachi as well in that. So the 10, 43, and 56 are going to have some damage from that. Trey Rainey obviously rear-ended the 10 car, so he should have some front-end damage. If he doesn't, I'll be shocked. And then Bray Ernest, of course, going to have that rear-end damage, and Marcus Sachi is going to have some front-end damage as well. You can see the 56 does take a big hit right there. And then battling inside the top 10 for the 5th position. Alan Lewis jumps over the curb, gets up into Wyatt Walker, spins them both hard into the wall. And my, oh my, you just got to run where you were battling inside the top 10 for a top 5 spot, and now you're in the dirt trying to get back onto the track and trying not to fall back to 41st and 42nd, although they probably will because they'll have to pit because of that damage. Riley Spiritude, Blevin, we see more caution laps to tick off laps. He leads us back to the stripe, and it'll be a restart with under 10 to go. Riley Spiritude out front. 10 to go in the field, gets the restart on lap number 8. Still 41 cars left in the race. Out front, you have Riley Spiritude in the 42nd, or 47. In second, you have Julius Anderson, and mix those two numbers up. Third, Alexander Rowe. Fourth, Francis Dustin. Jonathan Beeford, 5th. And they got Isaac Nichols in 6th. Levi Schoen, 7th. 8th, Keegan Thompson. 9th, Jay Jefferson. 10th, Kevin Band. Some cars actually fell back. I don't know if they pitted or if they just fell back on their own will, possibly under the green flag. But Luke Rainey in the 2 car, remember he made that big move up into the top 10. He's back here. I believe he did come down pit road with an issue, and possibly some others did as well. So it'll be interesting to see them. Pace car is in. Riley Spiritude out front as he comes down the front stretch. Starting on pole, trying to lead every lap en route to a victory in the Toyota Safe Mart 350. They come down the front straightaway. As the green flag back out, we're back racing here. Spiritude with another great restart. Can't let Julius Anderson get too close to him. Joe Jefferson with the big move out of line. The number 39 car gets underneath Jay Jefferson, his brother. That's for, I believe, to be the 9th position on track. Joe Jefferson restarted 11th, so something about restarting 11th, he got a very good restart there, possibly laying back just a little bit. And Gray did the same thing on his restart just last time by. And Joe Jefferson actually, he got off track just a little bit there. He's able to hold it on, though. Didn't go way too far off. Look back up to the race lead. Riley Sprague still has it over Julius Anderson and some others. As he comes off of turn number 7. You can see the battle back here between the Jeffersons still going on for the 9th position. Jay Jefferson in the 1 car. Joe Jefferson in the 39. Joe Jefferson stated that after Rockingham when he ran this paint scheme, actually, that he wanted to run it more because it seemed like a good luck charm. Canto and Justin Heath into each other, and Heath has been crashed. And that is going to be what I believe to be another caution flag. Yes, caution is out wide. Walker is stopped on track. Man, I don't get what's happening here. Racing back, let's hope Riley Sprague doesn't hit the 36 if Walker is still there. Caution out. Sprague leads us back in. A race that started out pretty green flag and calm has just turned into madness, as now Justin Heath, another driver running inside the top, I believe, 10-15, involved in a crash in the S's. Battling inside the top 15, here's Justin Heath and Michael Canto side by side. And once again, there's nothing really to explain because it's the same thing over and over. But Heath just gets punted into the wall by Michael Canto. So that brings out another caution. I really want this race to go green to the end, guys. So back to the line first, you have Riley Sprague in the 42nd, or 47, I keep doing that. Should stay out. If they don't, we'll come back. If not, we'll go back to the green flag. Coming into turn 11, 7 to go when we get to the restart. Wyatt Walker is lapped down the 36, but otherwise there are 40 cars on the lead lap. Riley Sprague up the race lead. Julius Anderson with some damage in 2nd. Don't know what happened to that 17 car. Alexander Rowan 3rd, Jonathan Beeford 4th, 5th Francis Dustin. Then 6th you have Isaac Nichols, 7th Levi Jones, 8th Keegan Thompson, 9th Jay Jefferson, 10th Kevin Band. Now where did Joe Jefferson go, I'm wondering? I'm wondering if these guys are... Oh, Jeff Bright, your points leader blowing up! Oh, no. And he's not going to have the points lead after this race. I'm wondering if the 39 and the 2 possibly got busted for jumping the restart because they're both at the back of the pack. Possibly why they're back there. Here they come to the restart. Riley Sprague out front, green flag back in the air. We're back racing. Does anyone jump this restart possibly? That could possibly be a thing that's... Look at Michael Canto force a hole to the bottom. And William Seaman. And I'm wondering if some guys are jumping the restart and that's why they are falling back to the back. I don't think it's any coincidence that both the 2 and the 39, who both got great restarts from the 11th position, fell back on these respective caution laps. As Luke Rainey has fallen to 35th, somewhere around there, Joe Jefferson 34th. So yeah, it would not surprise me at all if that's actually what happened. Jeff Bright's issue in the 5 car, we're waiting to hear gearbox issue, so he's going to finish at least 41st here this afternoon. Not what he wanted, especially after gaining the points lead just last race at Kentucky. There's some highs and downs, some highs and lows here in the Gatorade Cup Series, and Jeff Bright has experienced them in these last 2 races. Look at that side-by-side battle. Oh, DJ Reed hard to the wall, and I believe that should be a caution unless they think that possibly didn't go all the way around. No, caution is out. Maybe we'll get a green flag running. Back in front, Riley Sprague in the 47. I want a good road course to be made for NR. As let's see what happened. Well, we saw what happened, but let's check it out again because that's the policy. I don't even remember who went off. It was DJ Reed in the 21 who went off, so let's see what happened. I'm just going to have you guys guess what happened. And I'm not going to say anything. Just guess what happened. If you guessed this, you're correct. If you didn't guess that, I don't know how you didn't guess it, because it's happened all race. So Riley Sprague back, and we'll go back to the green flag. Come back to the restart with, I believe it's going to be 4 laps to go. Riley Sprague out front, Julius Anderson in 2nd, Alexander Rowe 3rd, Jonathan Beeford 4th, Francis Dustin in 5th, then Isaac Nichols in 6th, 7th Levi Jones, Keegan Thompson 8th, 9th Jay Jefferson, 10th William Seaman. And under caution, another victim was claimed. It was the 2 of Luke Rainey. Camshaft issues, so another car that's blowing up. He's going to finish at best 39th, but most likely going to be 40th position. So disappointing for him as well. He's run up in the top 10, got that restart penalty, and it kind of shuffled him to the back. So let's see, can we go these 4 green flag laps to the end? I believe we went 4 green flag laps at the beginning, so it'll only be fitting if we can go green flag laps to the end. Come to the restart zone they come. Green flag back in the air. We're back racing once again. Spurley with another great restart. That's exactly what he needs to keep this race lead. You can't let Julius Anderson get up on him on these restarts, and he's doing a great job of making sure that doesn't happen. Racing up the hill and now into turn 2A and B. Then they approach turn number 4. Spurley trying to lead 17 of 17 laps to win this race. It would be his first of the season, as we've mentioned. It would be one dominating performance for sure. A very, very great road course driver. If it wasn't for yesterday in the Tiger Series, he was running second in the Old Spice 250. If it wasn't for some weird pit call to where he did not come down pit road under caution, came down pit road under the green flag, if that possibly wasn't a call made, we could have seen him in victory lane, or at least in the top 3. Caution out. Who is it this time? Marcus Sachi, and I believe that's Derek Bouchard in the 34. So I don't know if we actually get back to the green flag or not, because it's coming to 3 to go. It's going to be very tight if we do or not. Spurley back in front once again, and he might have to haul off a restart or not. Well, let's just see what happened. Marcus Sachi and Derek Bouchard into the dirt. Hey, let's guess what happened again. Did you guess it right? You probably did. Let's go back to the green flag with Riley Spurley about front if we go back to the green flag. As they will enter turn 10 this time, we will not be going back green, and Riley Spurley in the 47 will get a victory on a wild day here at Sonoma Raceway. Derek Bouchard retired because of that last crash. We're going to have 38 cars finish the race and 37 on the lead lap. Once again, I'm sorry for this race. If only someone made good road courses. So, Riley Spurley is going to win this race, starting on pole. Very big advantage at road courses. Everyone knows it. And that's going to happen. Luckily, in a few races, we will be visiting a good road course in the Truck Series. Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Usually great racing up there. So Julius Anderson, I don't know where he went in the 17. He was going to be second. He's now dropped off pace coming to pit road, so an issue there in the 17. But Riley Spurley is going to win it as he comes to the front straightaway to take the checkered flag. Riley Spurley, a winner once again in the Gatorade Cup Series. It comes here at Sonoma in the Toyota Safe Mart 350. Spurley across the stripe to win. He's actually a California native, so very well done there. Let's now go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Toyota Safe Mart 350 at Sonoma. It was a bad race with 5 caution flags for 11 laps. That's over half the race. And there was one driver that led this race. It was Riley Spurley who led all 17 laps from the pole. Alexander Rollins up second, Jonathan Beefer in third, Francis Tustin fourth, and Isaac Nichols fifth. Then Levi Schoenz, another California native, so the Californians doing a great job. He ends up sixth. Keegan Thompson seventh, Jay Jefferson eighth, Tim Gary ninth, and Josh Meehl running out the top 10. So there's your top 20. Your new points there is now Code Luigi. He finished this race in the top 15 and 15th position. And with Jeff Bright starting at the back, having some issues blowing up, and with Jeff finishing in the, I believe, 41st position, Code Luigi is now back on top of the points. So, well, I guess you could say welcome back home in terms of Code Luigi being back in the points league, because that's where he's been most of the season. And just lost that last race, and he's gotten it right back. So he's not really going to forget too much about what it's like to be in the points lead. And speaking of points lead, let's now go look at the point standings. We are approaching the chase. Here are the point standings. Code Luigi gets that points lead back. He opens it up to 51 points over Jeff Bright, who is second. Alexander Rose closed in to third in points, only 78 back. Then you got Tim Gary in fourth and Brandon Tharp fifth. Then Francis Dustin in sixth, Patrick Smith seventh, Max Anderson eighth, Andrew Miller in ninth, and Justin Heath rounding out the top 10. So there's your top 20, and some big implications here. Because Joe Jefferson had a dismal day here at the Sonoma Raceway, it bumps him outside of the top 10 points, down into 13th. He's 1 point ahead of Kevin Bannon, has one of the wild cards, and now that's bad for Bannon because he had one of the wild cards, and now TJ Hanley, of course, has the second one because he's in because of his All-Star win. So Joe Jefferson and Kevin Bannon, 1 point apart. They're going to be fighting to get either into the top 10 or ahead of one another. But they also have to hope that someone like John West doesn't win another race. Jonathan Buford, Keegan Thompson. As you look down, more of the points, you can see down here, Riley Spurley-Tube has moved up to 22nd. He has a shot to get into the chase. Evan Hunter, Trey Rainey, Luke Rainey, they still have shots. Be it Rainey, both the Raineys and Evan Hunter, kind of a slimmer chance. They do still have a chance, however. Look down some other winners down here. Cara Friesen, Cynthia Bright, DJ Reed, just having some dismal seasons, and they're probably, most likely, not going to make the chase for this season. So as we look at the next race, it's going to be a lot better than this one. The Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. See you guys then.